Hey, welcome back to my channel, Duct Tape Mechanic. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to fix a GE dishwasher that's giving an H20 error code. So if you find this video to be helpful, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more DIY and tinkering videos. Alright, so here is the dishwasher in question. It's a GE dishwasher. Basically, I've got it hooked up in my test station right here, so it may look a little bit different than how yours does in your kitchen, but basically what's happening is that it's displaying an H20 error code. So now this video is going to be pretty much applicable to a wide range of GE dishwashers, as they're all pretty much the same. So if you are curious, this one is that model number right there, but like I said, the way to solve this issue is going to be the same, and even the part that we're going to be looking at is going to be the same. This one just happens to be that particular model number. Anyways, the first thing we'll have to do is go ahead and unplug the dishwasher, and if yours is hardwired in, go ahead and flip off that breaker. So after you've got the dishwasher unplugged, we actually will not have to pull it out of the drawer in the kitchen. All we need to do is come down here and remove the kick plate, which should be held in by two screws. So there is one right there, and the other one is right there. So we'll take that off, and that'll give us access to the water pressure sensor. And so that's essentially what's causing this H20 error. Alright, so with the kick plate off, we can get a good view of that pressure sensor right there. It's that white piece right there. So lucky for us, on this model, it's right out in front. So we don't have to pull anything out. All we gotta do is grab this piece right here. There's a tab right here, and we're gonna pull it back and turn it counterclockwise at the same time, and that should loosen the water pressure or the water level sensor. So pull that tab. I'm going to try to do it while holding the camera, so it may take me a little bit longer than what it should take you. But basically we're going to pull and turn at the same time. There we go. And that's going to loosen that sensor right there. And on one side of it, you'll have a plug that you need to disconnect right there. You can just pull that right out, that connector right out. Let's see if I can do it one-handed. Pull or push on the tab right there and pull out the plug at the same time. So there's that little plastic tab right on the top. So let's see if I can. There we go. So I just loosened it, and it should just come right out like so. So there we go. Alright, so basically what happens, these failed because of all of the oil deposits inside of them and kind of messes them up. So if you're in a pinch, you can spray your favorite degreasing agent, maybe 409 or something, and use like a toothbrush and see if you can clean out that sensor. If you can clean it out, you can just put it back in and see if it works. And if that doesn't work for you, which I would say it's a 50% chance, just because of how damaged it could have been just from all the deposit, you will have to replace it, and I will go ahead and link this part. It's pretty much the same part for all of the GE dishwashers out there, pretty much. So then you just have to go ahead and replace it. But yeah, if you pull this apart on a Friday night or Saturday night and you need to get it up and running, just try to clean it out. Use a brush, maybe some 409. I don't think that'll damage it. Or if you have some sort of electrical contact cleaner, that's probably even better. But it will make it so the part kind of pops up around now, so you can click on that link and get to the right part. All right, let's get to installing a working pressure sensor. All right, so we got the new sensor right here. To install it is really simple. The first thing we're going to be doing is connecting up that wire connector right here. And after that, we're going to be sticking this sensor into the hole that it came out of and turning it in a clockwise direction. When we do that, both of these tabs will lock into place. This one right here and this tab on top will lock in. That'll make a nice seal. So it'll look something like this. So first I'm going to go ahead and just hook up the sensor right here, plug it in. I got the wire connector already hooked up to the sensor. Now I'm going to go ahead and stick this into the hole, then turn it in the clockwise direction, and that should lock it into place right there. There we go. And that thing is reinstalled as it should be. And that's going to resolve that H20 error on any sort of GE dishwasher. Now the only thing left is to go ahead and put this kick plate back on. Alright, so that is how you replace the water level or water pressure sensor on a GE dishwasher to resolve the H20 error. So if you found this video to be helpful, make sure you hit the thumbs up sign.